We're a practice based out of Bombay. It's called PS Design. Me and my partner, we've been in the industry for about 20 years. We're mostly into high-end residential architecture and interiors, and we're doing projects all over India and a couple of projects in the Middle East as well. Our concentration is to give the clients a very personalized space, and that's what we essentially specialize in.
The Smartex conference, so it's all about smart design, smart architecture. What is your take on smart design based on your experience so far?
Today, smart design is a very essential part of our being, whether it's we are working or whether we are, in our homes. I think it's very important that we integrate all these technologies to make not just building systems more efficient, but also to improve the lives of the inhabitants. Whether it is in a home, so we are looking at air filtrations, cyber security, health reasons are there. Lighting is there. There's so many things. There's so many aspects to design today, and I think smart design is taking it up a notch with all the technologies which are there in place.
Based on your expertise, how do you think we can make architecture and design smarter?
I think integrating, like I said, technology into design today is very essential, and that is what is going to make buildings more efficient. Whether it is from the point of energy or it is from the point of livability. We also need to think, let's say for example, when we talk about solar panels, it is integrating these so that buildings are more energy efficient. Whether we are talking about motion detectors, lighting that can be controlled. Obviously, there are several aspects to it, and I think modern technology has taken all of this a step further, so that we can have buildings that are much smarter and more efficient for, like I said, the inhabitants as well.
Do you feel like smart design, with the way it is right now, is targeted towards a specific niche of people? Or do you feel like there is any way we can make smart design accessible to middle class incomes and lower class income housing?
Definitely we can. The need of the hour is that it is accessible to all ultimately. The middle class is going to a smart building as well, even if it's not a part of their homes. It is a part of their work culture. So I think it is very, very important that the smart design is integrated into our lives, and it is integrated in a way that we do feel the need for eventually getting into our homes also. There's a very small gap that will remain between what is happening in our work lives and what is happening in our personal lives. Just to give you a small example that, automation was something that was only for the uber luxury maybe, 7-8 years back. Today, I think I would say to the tune of 80% of the houses that we are doing, they're all automated, and it's the future, so it is something that everybody will eventually come to use. So the earlier it is that the middle class or gets access to it, it is better.
You mentioned that you've worked on projects in India and in the Middle East, so you have two diverse, a bit different an architectural language. How do you feel we can make Indian design and Indian architecture smarter, given that it's a very vernacular-driven practice here?
So I'm not too sure if we should completely let go of vernacular architecture. I think it is a very important fabric of our country. If you go to places like Rajasthan, I was actually in fact in Ladakh a couple of days back, and we went to a project there. They had still built 2 feet walls, just to sort of trap the heat. I don't know how smart architecture would change that. Sometimes, yes, having a technology in place does help. So, when you're talking of modern cities, yes, it does help. You're talking of energy efficiency, you're talking about conserving resources, making sure that we are not spending that much on running of the buildings. But traditionally, the things that were used, there's very little scope, I feel, to replace that. So if smart technology is somehow supporting to do that, yes, we can do it. But there is very little that I feel that can replace vernacular architecture. I think those practices have been in place, and I see a lot of people bringing them more and more into modern design, and just making it so integral to our cities and to our villages. And I think that is irreplaceable.
Can you share with us what your thoughts are about the Smartex exhibition? What do you feel like it's going to provide for everyone watching or listening later on?
I think it's a great platform and a much needed platform, and kudos to them to bringing up something like this to make everybody aware of what are the technologies which are now relevant in today's world. Yes, in cities we definitely need a lot more information on smart design and smart architecture, and these people are doing a great job out of it. Yeah, that's what I'd like to say.